In 2024, the number of foreign visitors to Japan exceeded 33 million from January to November, according to a December 18 announcement by the Japan National Tourism Organization. This marks the fastest growth pace since Japan began keeping records in 1964. Among these visitors, Chinese tourists accounted for about 20%, 6.37 million, representing a year-over-year increase of 201.8%. While overall inbound tourism grew by 49.5%, the surge in Chinese visitors stands out. The resumption of both individual and group tours following the lifting of COVID restrictions in the summer of 2023 has fueled this remarkable recovery. Despite this influx of Chinese tourists, a 2024 joint public opinion survey between Japan and China revealed a significant deterioration in Chinese perceptions of Japan. A staggering 87.7% of respondents reported having a negative impression of Japan, an increase of 24.8 percentage points from the previous year. Reasons cited include issues such as the nationalization of the Senkaku Islands, Japan's perceived reluctance to support the One China principle, and controversial remarks by some Japanese politicians. Additionally, for the first time since these surveys began in 2005, less than 60% of respondents said they viewed Japan-China relations as important, with the figure dropping to just 26.3%. The head of the Japanese non-profit organization, Gendon NPO, Yasushi Kudo, expressed concern stating, "We are starting to lose the foundation of trust between the two peoples." Social media was cited by 53.9 Chinese respondents as a primary source of information, highlighting its role in spreading anti-Japanese sentiment and misinformation. For example, following a tragic incident in Guangdong province where a Japanese boy was fatally stabbed, over 19 accounts on a Chinese video sharing platform were shut down for spreading inflammatory and false narratives aimed at inciting conflict between Japan and China. At the same time, social media remains a critical tool for Chinese tourists planning their trips to Japan. Popular platforms like Dianping, a review site with over 50 million daily active users, are widely used for travel recommendations. Interestingly, while anti-Japanese sentiment runs high in China, Chinese tourists often develop a more favorable impression of Japan after visiting. According to a 2023 survey by Japan's tourism agency, 99% of Chinese visitors reported being satisfied with their trip, and 98.2% expressed a desire to return. Joint Japan and China surveys from 2022 and 2023 indicate that Chinese tourists appreciate Japan for reasons such as the high quality of Japanese products, the politeness, manners, and high social standards of Japanese people, Japan's economic development and high standard of living, the beauty of Japan's environment, scenic nature, and popular attractions like hot springs. These positive experiences are often shared on social media, further enhancing Japan's image among prospective visitors. Despite heightened anti-Japanese sentiment, Chinese tourists continue to visit Japan in record numbers, accounting for over 20% of inbound travelers. On the streets of Tokyo, particularly in Ginza, hearing Chinese being spoken is increasingly common, while surveys indicate that nearly 90% of Chinese people hold negative views of Japan. Even a fraction of Chinese population, 1.4 billion, choosing to visit Japan results in a significant presence. For instance, If 10% of China's population visited Japan, that would surpass Japan's total population of 120 million, making the sight of large numbers of Chinese tourists in Ginza unsurprising. It's crucial to be cautious about misinformation spread via social media platforms. Some content creators, both in and outside of China, post false narratives about Japan for traction or views. For instance, earlier this year, a YouTuber falsely claimed that foreigners would receive 10 million yen payment if they got a Japanese woman pregnant. Unfortunately, people with low media literacy often take such claims at face value, assuming that popular videos or viral posts must be true. While it's difficult to verify all information on social media, it's important to approach content critically and seek reliable sources for fact-checking. Japan and China share close geographic ties as neighbors and as fellow Asians. Rather than harboring animosity, both nations should strive to work together. While historical conflicts may have created tensions, the future offers opportunities for cooperation. Instead of passing down grievances to the next generation, let's build a collaborative relationship for the sake of our children's happiness and a brighter future. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.